The prominent Tory backbencher said the Treasury's track record is extremely poor, and fails to highlight on the advantages of a no-deal Brexit. Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk, Mr. Rees-Mogg said, Mr. Carney himself said there would be a technical recession. The Treasury forecasts, as a result of Brexit, there would be a loss of 80,000 jobs. Actually, there are real advantages for leaving because we can then cut tariffs, so their track record is extremely poor. We can open up trade to the world and it has a very positive economic effect, he added. The very gloomy Treasury forecasts ignored, and they say this within them, the fact that 90% of global economic growth is expected to come from outside the European Union. They thought that important statistic wasn't relevant. The comments come as analysis produced by departments across Whitehall says the UK will be economically worse off after Brexit, regardless of whether Prime Minister Theresa May's deal is supported or the country leaves with a no-deal divorce from the EU. Withdrawal from the EU under the government's plans could cut the UK's GDP by up to 3.9% over the next 15 years, according to the new figures, but leaving without a deal could deliver a 9.3% hit to GDP over the same period. The report claims, the document did not put a cash figure on the potential impact on the economy, but independent experts have said that 3.9% of GDP would equate to around £100 billion a year by the 2030s, outweighing the UK's current contribution to EU budgets. Meanwhile, the long-term economic analysis paper found that government borrowing could be forced up by as much as £119 billion by 2035 if the UK quit the EU without a deal, and up to £26.6 billion under a scenario similar to Mrs May's plans. The 83-page document was drawn up by officials from Whitehall departments including the Treasury, the Department for Exiting the EU, Industry, Environment, International Trade and the Home Office. Chancellor Philip Hammond acknowledged that all possible Brexit options will make Britain economically poorer, compared with remaining in the EU, but he insisted that the Prime Minister's plan, agreed by EU leaders at a Brussels summit last Sunday, will minimise the economic damage. The Prime Minister faced a motion of no confidence tabled by her party at the start of the month. She won the vote, 200 votes to 117. The Remain supporting Chancellor claimed that Mrs May's confidence vote in the Prime Minister was a way to flush out the extremists opposing to her Brexit proposal.